The question of whether God can sever a twin flame connection due to mistakes touches the deepest fears many of us carry on this sacred journey. In my practice, I've often met people who have wrestled with this very concern, their eyes filled with worry about whether their missteps might cause divine punishment in the form of losing their twin flame connection. Well, imagine the purest form of love you've ever experienced. That moment when your heart felt so full it could burst. Now multiply that by infinity. That's the realm where twin flame connections are forged in what mystics call the highest vibrations of pure love. It's like trying to break apart light itself, fundamentally impossible because it's woven into the very fabric of creation. You see, twin flames aren't just another type of relationship that can be made or broken by earthly actions. They're more like cosmic DNA, encoded into the very essence of your soul. When you understand this truth, it transforms how you view every challenge, every perceived mistake, every moment of separation on your journey. As we dive deeper into this topic, I want you to release any fear you're carrying about messing up your twin flame connection. Instead, let's explore together how what we often perceive as mistakes are actually divine orchestrations guiding us toward our highest evolution. The universe isn't keeping score of your missteps. It's lovingly choreographing your dance of awakening. Know you're not walking this path alone. Every question, every doubt, every fear you carry is part of the sacred unfolding of your twin flame journey. So let's explore the beautiful truth about the unbreakable nature of your divine connection. Imagine, if you will, the moment before creation itself, a realm of pure, unconditional love where twin flames are forged, like two drops of water merging into one, or two flames dancing from the same divine spark. Twin flames aren't just connected, they're fundamentally one soul expressing itself in two physical forms. You know that feeling when you look into a mirror and see your reflection? That's similar to how twin flames reflect each other's soul essence. Just as you can't separate an ocean wave from the ocean itself, you cannot truly sever a twin flame connection. It's not just a spiritual contract that can be torn up or a celestial agreement that can be voided. It's your very essence, your soul's deepest truth. The twin flame relationship is not just another relationship, it's a reunion with your own essence. Think of it like this. When you try to cut a hologram in half, each piece still contains the complete image. Similarly, even when twin flames appear separated in the physical realm, their soul connection remains whole and complete. In my years of counseling twin flame couples, I've witnessed situations where people feared they had broken their connection through mistakes or missteps. But here's the beautiful truth. Just as a parent can't stop loving their child because of misbehavior, the divine source doesn't revoke twin flame connections because of human errors. The connection transcends human concepts of right and wrong. This brings us to an important realization. The very idea that God would cut a twin flame connection misunderstands both the nature of divine love and the fundamental structure of twin flame unions. It would be like trying to delete gravity or erase the color blue from the spectrum. It's not just unlikely, it's cosmically impossible. The connection exists in a realm beyond human judgment, in the pure space of unconditional love where it was first created. Remember, dear one, your twin flame connection is not a fragile thread that can be snipped by divine scissors. It's an eternal dance of energy, a sacred blueprint written in the stars themselves. So breathe easy, knowing that while your journey may have its challenges, the core connection remains unbreakable, unchangeable, and eternally protected by the very nature of its divine design. Let's have about something that keeps many twin flames awake at night: the fear of making mistakes. What if I told you that those very mistakes you're agonizing over are actually divine choreography in the most beautiful dance of souls ever designed? Yes, you heard that right. Every stumble, every misstep, every moment you think you've messed up is actually a carefully crafted opportunity for transformation. Think of your twin flame journey like a master artist creating a masterpiece. Those apparent mistakes, they're not flaws. They're the very brush strokes that add depth, character, and soul to the painting. Just as a diamond requires intense pressure to form, your twin flame connection grows stronger through these challenging moments. Each mistake is actually a cosmic classroom where both souls are learning precisely what they need to evolve. I remember working with a twin flame couple who were devastated because they thought their repeated separations and conflicts meant they were doing it wrong. But here's the beautiful truth that emerged. Through their periods of separation, both partners developed strength they never knew they had. One discovered their gift for healing others, while the other found their voice as an artist. Their mistakes weren't destroying their connection, they were fulfilling its highest purpose. The universe doesn't make mistakes. It makes miracles disguised as challenges. As one of my spiritual mentors often says, think about it. When you're learning to walk, falling isn't a mistake. It's how you build the strength and balance to eventually run. Similarly, your twin flame journey isn't about perfect performance. It's about perfect growth. Here's a powerful metaphor. Imagine your twin flame connection as a sacred garden. What appears to be weeds, your perceived mistakes, are actually essential plants that bring necessary nutrients to the soil. Every challenge, every difficult emotion, every moment of doubt, these are the very elements that make the garden richer and more vibrant. Without them, the garden would be sterile and lacking in depth. Divine love doesn't operate on a pass-fail system. You're not being graded on your performance. You're being guided toward your highest evolution. Those moments when you feel you've made the biggest mistakes are often the moments when the most profound transformations are taking place beneath the surface. So release the fear of making mistakes and embrace each challenge as a gift from the universe. Your twin flame journey isn't about reaching a perfect destination. It's about the sacred alchemy that happens along the way. Every wrong turn is actually leading you right where you need to be. Let me share a profound truth. What we perceive as separation is perhaps the most beautiful illusion in the spiritual universe. It's like watching a sunset. While it appears the sun is leaving us, in reality, it's simply shifting our perspective of an eternal presence. This is exactly how twin flame separation works. You see, when twins experience what feels like disconnection, whether through physical distance, emotional walls, or life circumstances, they're actually participating in a divine orchestration of growth. Think of it like two stars in a binary system. They may appear to drift apart at times, but they're always bound by an invisible gravitational dance that keeps them in perfect orbital harmony. In the realm of spirit, there is no separation, as ancient wisdom teaches us. Here's a powerful metaphor to understand this. Imagine you're wearing 3D glasses at a movie. Remove one lens, and the picture becomes blurry and distorted. That's what separation feels like. It's not that the complete picture has ceased to exist. You're just temporarily experiencing it through a limited perspective. Your twin flame connection exists in 5D consciousness, where separation is impossible, while your human experience occurs in 3D, where separation appears real. During my own twin flame journey, I discovered that the moments of greatest perceived separation were actually periods of the most intense spiritual connection. It's like a rubber band being stretched. The further it seems to pull apart, the stronger the force pulling it back together becomes. This is why many twins report experiencing their most profound spiritual awakening during separation phases. Every moment of perceived separation is actually a sacred invitation to go deeper into union with yourself. When you feel most disconnected from your twin, you're being called to connect more deeply with your own soul. This is the paradox and the gift of the twin flame journey. What appears to be pushing you apart is actually drawing you closer together on a soul level. So next time you feel that ache of separation, remember, you and your twin flame are like two waves in the same ocean. You may rise and fall at different times, create different patterns on the surface, but beneath it all, you are, and always will be one with the same eternal sea of consciousness. This isn't spiritual poetry, it's quantum reality. The separation is not a punishment or a sign of failure. It's a sacred portal to deeper understanding, greater self-love, and ultimately, a more profound union. Trust in this divine design. The illusion of separation is just that, an illusion crafted by divine intelligence to help you discover the truth of your eternal unity. Let's have a conversation about one of the most misunderstood aspects of the twin flame journey, the nature of divine love and its role in our connection. Many of us carry deep-seated fears about divine punishment, perhaps influenced by traditional religious conditioning or our own human tendency to project earthly judgment onto spiritual matters. But today I want to share a liberating truth that has transformed countless twin flame journeys I've witnessed. Imagine for a moment the purest love you've ever experienced, perhaps holding a newborn baby or witnessing a breathtaking sunrise. That love, multiplied infinitely, is how the divine views your twin flame connection. The very notion that God would punish twin flames by severing their connection is like suggesting that sunshine would deliberately stop warming the earth because some flowers haven't bloomed yet. Divine love operates on a completely different paradigm than human conditional love. Divine love is not a reward system. It's a nurturing presence that supports growth through unconditional acceptance. Think of how a master gardener tends to their plants. They don't punish a rosebud for taking time to open. They provide the perfect conditions for natural unfoldment. This is exactly how divine love works with twin flames. Let me share an experience from my counseling practice. I once worked with a twin flame who was convinced God had punished them by creating distance with their twin because of past mistakes. Through our work together, they discovered that what felt like punishment was actually divine protection, creating space for both twins to heal and grow. It's like a parent temporarily separating squabbling siblings, not as punishment, but as an act of love, allowing emotions to settle. Remember this eternal truth. The divine force that created your twin flame connection operates from a place of such profound love that our human minds can barely comprehend it. It's like trying to explain the entire ocean to someone who's only seen a drop of water. When we fear divine punishment, we're actually projecting our human limitations onto something limitless. And here's the most beautiful part. Every moment you spend worrying about divine punishment is actually an invitation to experience more divine love. It's like standing in the rain with an umbrella, afraid of getting wet, while the rain itself is a blessing meant to nourish your soul's garden. The divine isn't waiting to catch you making mistakes. It's constantly orchestrating opportunities for you to experience more love, more growth, and more authentic connection with your twin flame. Remember, you are held in perfect love, always. Your twin flame connection exists within this love, protected by it, nurtured by it, guided by it. There is no mistake so great that it could cause divine love to withdraw its blessing from your connection. You are not being punished. You are being prepared for the most beautiful expression of love your soul has ever known. Let's dive deep into what might be the most transformative truth about the twin flame journey. It's not primarily about finding union with another person, but about discovering the magnificent universe within yourself. This revelation has been the turning point for countless twin flames I've guided through their journeys, and today I'm sharing this wisdom with you from both professional experience and heart-centered understanding. Think of your twin flame journey like a master key that unlocks not just one door, but every door within your soul's mansion. Each room you enter reveals another aspect of yourself, waiting to be discovered, embraced, and integrated. The beautiful irony is that while you might have started this journey seeking external union, the real magic happens when you stop chasing and start embracing your own inner wholeness. The twin flame journey is not about finding your other half. It's about becoming whole yourself. I've witnessed this truth unfold countless times in my practice. One particularly memorable client spent years in the chaser dynamic until she had a profound realization. Every quality she was seeking in her twin was actually a dormant potential within herself waiting to be awakened. During my own twin flame journey, I discovered that every moment of longing for my twin was actually my soul's way of calling me back to myself. The intensity of the connection wasn't meant to make me dependent on another person. It was designed to make me so uncomfortable with incompleteness that I would finally turn inward and discover my own magnificence. Known, your twin flame doesn't complete you. They reflect the completeness that already exists within you. It's like two perfectly whole circles overlapping to create something even more beautiful, rather than two half circles desperately trying to become whole. This shift in perspective changes everything about how you approach the journey. The real mystery of twin flame union isn't about finding the perfect strategy to unite with your twin. It's about discovering that you are already united on the highest level. And your journey is about bringing that truth into physical manifestation through your own personal growth and evolution. Every step you take toward authentic self-expression, every layer of conditioning you release, every moment of self-love you embrace, these are the true building blocks of twin flame union. Your journey isn't about walking on eggshells, afraid of making mistakes that might jeopardize your connection. It's about walking boldly toward your own truth, knowing that as you become more authentically yourself, you naturally align with the highest potential of your twin flame connection. This is the path to true union, not through seeking, but through becoming. So, if you're worried about God cutting your twin flame connection, take a deep breath and relax. This divine bond is unbreakable by design. Instead of fearing mistakes, use them as stepping stones toward greater awareness and love. And remember, in the grand cosmic dance of twin flames, there are no wrong steps, only opportunities to learn and grow closer to your authentic self, and ultimately to each other.